Hey, how you doing? It's Kurt with Mañana No Mas. I thought I'd take you guys for a stroll. I'm trying my best to be more active, eat right, not keeping beer in the house, things like that. Just, small things to try and stay fit and do the things that we need to do. But I wanted to come to you today with an interesting message about how grateful I am and how thankful I am that a client scheduled a meeting with me today to cancel their web hosting services with me and Mañana No Mas. It sounds weird when I say it like that, right? I'm thankful that the customer scheduled a face-to-face meeting with me today to cancel their hosting package with Mañana No Mas. Now, last year we released a website for them. I really loved the website. It was a lot of work that we did with them. We actually did a little extra for them, and we put together a really, really nice package for them. It had Lifter LMS in there. It had some learning elements. It had some automations keyed in with their CRM tool of choice, and it had some stuff going on. And then they were hosting with us month to month. And they scheduled a meeting, and they said, hey, we have a project manager that's not familiar with WordPress. They want to use Squarespace. We had an extended conversation about that previously, and it was pretty apparent to me that the project manager was really going to be the one saying, hey, I want to do this in Squarespace. I'm familiar with Squarespace, and that's just what I want to do. Now, they scheduled the meeting. We got on, and they started out with, hey, Kurt, we're so sorry. We hate to have this conversation with you. We love working with you. We love what you've done for us. We love our connection to you. However, we really need to work with this new project manager. They want to work in Squarespace. And, we were pretty definite that we were going to stay with Mañana No Mas and WordPress. But it's really become kind of a, we need to do this kind of thing. And I said, fine. Business is business. You got to make the decision that you need to make. You have to decide to follow the path that works best for you at this time. You're still really just starting out. And so maybe this website has too many bells and whistles for you. Maybe there's too many things working here that distract you from the actual task, the actual job of growing this business the way that you have launched. So I fully understand if you want to, jump into a different platform, but as your needs grow, right? So as you find that, you need more email addresses, or you need some e-learning courses, or you need some different automations that maybe Squarespace can't come through for you on, the door's open. You can always come back. We had a great relationship. Now we need to work out the details about, what's the date of termination for your hosting package? How do you want to migrate things? Are you going to want to migrate emails? All that's all stuff to talk about. But the transaction itself went really smooth as far as we don't want to use you anymore. Here's where I say I'm really grateful. They scheduled the meeting. We had the call. We had the open conversation. I responded in a way that wasn't being a jerk. And here's what they said. And it's very funny because I was on a podcast this morning talking about this very subject. The product at Mañana No Mas, the tangible product might be the website, right? So companies work with us. I do a lot of consulting one-on-one with business owners, with managers, with directors. We take a look at production processes. We take a look at products. We take a look at the sales experience, the student's journey. We take all this into consideration. And when we are done consulting with you and our needs assessment makes sense, then we start working on the website. So we need to gather a lot of information in order to build the best website for your company possible. So the actual services we provide are more intangible. It's the coaching, it's the consulting, in a lot of cases, we'll go into a place that's a production-oriented business, and we'll say, well, what are your processes here? And then we'll identify, well, hey, you've got 3 extra steps here, or 5 extra steps here. We could knock out some of those steps, increase your efficiency, and drive your margins. Now, is that something you expect to hear from a web designer? No, but that's the kind of stuff that we bring to the table with Mañana No Mas. And ironically, that is exactly what this customer said. They said, we don't want the relationship to end. So even though we don't want to use WordPress and the Mañana No Mas hosting, we still want to be connected to you, Kurt. Would you be willing to consult with us? Would you be willing to meet with us, even if it's just every 2 months, and coach us? Just have a conversation and coach us and discuss where we're at and what our next steps would be, and help us to strategize the growth of our company. Well, newsflash, that's a service that I offer. I'm John Maxwell certified in leadership, for training and speaking and all of these things. And so when they asked if I'd be willing to do it, not only am I willing to do it, but I am honored to have the opportunity to continue to work with them and help them grow their company through the phases that they envision. And then we came full circle and they said, you're absolutely right. As the business grows and as our project manager, outsizes us based on our growth and moves on to other projects, chances are we're going to want to come back to you for the extra functionality and for the cost savings of adding that functionality and hosting with Mañana No Mas. So, in a strange way, I lost a customer today, but I gained a much more valuable customer in the long run in the same party. So, what a fantastic blessing. What a fantastic series of events. And like I said, I was on a podcast today that got recorded today that'll be released in the next 2 weeks. But that whole theme was exactly what I just discussed. It was the value that we bring to the table is more about consulting, coaching, process mapping, working on internal culture, driving success for a company, and then in the end, possibly having a new web product that we can put out on behalf of that company to help with their branding and their marketing and their internal culture. Imagine a company that has any kind of production happening, making bicycles, motorcycles, computers, iPhones, whatever, right? So imagine there's a forward-facing part of the website that customers see. So we have the opportunity to help people brand themselves so that the exterior world can sample their content and their message. But what I really like to do is I like to build these more complex systems where employees and HR has the ability to use the back end of the site for employee training and onboarding and relationship building and all of those cool things. And when you take a look at our overall products and the thing, e-learning, membership, social, e-commerce, and of course the standard marketing stuff that you would put into almost any website, and then add to that a fully functional CRM, list building tools, and ways to build kind of like a ClickFunnels funnel, but directly through your website. So you don't have to subscribe to all these Frankenstein things all plugged together to try and get your message out to people. You just put everything through your root URL and send it out and run it. So anyway, great day. A great day to have lost a customer at Mañana No Mas. Awesome, right? Talk to you later. Have a great day.